Welcome back, guys. In this video we are going to check if user have already created the account with the email or not. For that purpose, first going over here, and inside this I will be creating a private method, private void check user exists or not. Okay, so let me surround this with try catch block, and in case we get some exception, we will get that in the form of toast. Okay, now inside this, first we are going to check if Firebase Authentication is not equal to null. Okay, then we would say object Firebase Authentication dot fetch sign in method for the user email, and before that let me check our user email et should not be null to or empty. You have to call the fetch sign in method for the email, and here you have to pass that email for which you want to check dot get text dot to string. And in case this method successfully check if user exists or not, then we would say add on complete listener new on complete listener. Okay, and in case failure we will add on failure listener new on failure listener, and we will put the reason for the failure toast get context 30 message. And now here I'm going to create a boolean variable that will store the check result, and from where we are going to get that result, that if task dot get result get sign in method is empty, and this should not be true. Okay, and after getting the result in the form of a boolean true or false, if this check result is not false, then we will call the method create user, else we are going to toast email user already been created. Okay, and now as we want to run our progress bar over here as well, and we will set the visibility here to visible, and at the same time object btn set enabled to false over here. Okay, and in case of success we were going to enable and make this progress bar invisible in our create user method, as you can see from here. But in case of failure of this method, we are going to make this invisible and enable true to true as well. Object progress bar dot set visibility to invisible, and object btn dot set enable to true as well. Okay, but we are not going to change the values for our edit text here, as we don't need that over here. Okay, and after that, instead of calling create user method onto on click of our button, we are going to call check user exists. Okay, so that's it for this video. But before running the application, we need to set the progress bar invisible and button to enable into all spot as well. Okay, so now I'm going to choose the Pixel 3 XL from here and just run it. As you can see, our application is up and running. If I try to create user with the good at yahoo.com, and it should not allow us to create the user, as we have already created the user with the good at yahoo.com. So if I click on create user, it should show that user has already been created. You can see from the bottom user has already been created, and it does not allowed us to create the user. So that's it for this video, in which I have told you guys that how to check if email already exists in the Firebase authentication or not. So in the next step, we are going to log into our account by using the Firebase authentication. So see you guys in the next video.